Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Where am I meeting you? Which time are you in right now? Yeah, today I want to point out a very important topic about stillness. How much do we allow to be completely in stillness? Not so often, huh? Well, I know that from myself, actually, that I'm a very active person. I'm doing all the time something. I'm the typical woman that is always busy with something. And that doesn't, I don't even, if when I'm so busy in my doing, then I'm not even enjoying to just sit down and do nothing. And if you feel that way sometimes, or if you know that, then you know you are in trouble here, just like I am then. Just I'm realizing, I'm knowing about it, and that's the very important thing, to get to know that, to get to to find out where your habits are, your not very supportive habits. And the next step, of course, is to change that. And that's why many, one way is to meditate, to implement meditation into your everyday life. In the morning, in the evening, at least for 5 to 10 minutes to start, to really calm down, not just your brain, but also your body and your organs, and to really give everything kind of a break from this busyness. Yeah, and I will go more deeper into that, because why do we need that? I mean, yes, we do have sleep, but sleep is not the same as deciding consciously to go into a theta or delta state where you can relax your muscles, your brain especially. It is mainly about your brain, but also about your muscles. Yeah, what's the name? Yeah, the contraction of your muscles, to release that contraction mode. Yeah. And that is very good if you do that not just at night, but also during the day for a few minutes, time by time. Because what does it do? It makes you more effective, efficient in your life, in your everyday life, in your activities. You become a lot more effective in what you're doing, because you're doing it then differently, more conscious. You're deciding different decisions. You're doing different actions. You're doing everything in a different way, and in a more healthy and more perfect way as well. So now I want you to enjoy Eckhart's talk about this, and then you hear me later on. And don't forget about your wonderful free gift that you have always, to have that chance to get a free coaching session with me in any, no, not in any language, but in English, in German, in let's keep these two languages. I do speak a little bit Russian and Spanish, but to make a coaching session, that would not be enough, I would say so. I mean, you see, even in English, I'm like, oh, sometimes very limited in my understanding. Yeah, so enjoy the talk, and then we hear us later. Oh, and relax yourself. Huh? I don't even mention that anymore, because I'm expecting that you know it. But yes, of course, get yourself a cup of tea or a cup of water, and room temperature, yeah, not cold, not too hot, and make yourself comfortable with a blanket, and then just listen and enjoy and soak it up. Soak each word up into your system to relax you in your me time.
You are possessed by energy formations. Sometimes they are collective thought forms that have taken possession.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eckhart, for this really, yeah, it's for this truth. From my understanding, it's a truth, a deep truth that he's transporting here to us, especially in the first part with the interruptions and the busyness from all the medias we have, yeah, from the computers, and we all know that for many years. It's not a new information, but it gets crazier and crazier. And so what you can do, for example, what I will be doing tomorrow, actually not today, it's my today, maybe for you tomorrow, I will go take my tent and go into nature, into silence, yeah. And then I will not make videos for the next days, so don't be too sad, but I will come back, yeah. Just so you know. And this is really so important, but of course you can't obviously not do that as often. So as I said in the beginning, what you can do in your everyday life, set your alarm clock 10 minutes earlier than normal. Do that. I can only, shake you to do that. These 10 minutes, they change your life. It's crazy, but it's so true. I know this. It's my own experience. And, I ended up in setting my alarm clock an hour before I usually had to get up. An hour. And yes, I was not meditating 1 hour, but it was like, let's say, 30 minutes that I was meditating. And then I did some exercise, getting up, doing some exercise. It could be something more energetic, more powerful, or it could be very smooth, yeah, yoga, or you can look up the 8 brocades. This is really, it's from the monks in India, in India, yeah, wherever, it doesn't matter, from the monks. And they have these exercises, it's very smooth and soft exercises, but they are there for your centering, for your inner mental centering in the morning. And you can do that anytime. It's really it's nice exercises, you will see. And then I would I had, what you can do then as well, for example, or what I did, was writing down each morning for what I was grateful, or for what I am grateful in my life, to bring you into that, gratitude feeling. And then another thing you can do is you can write down 3 things that you want to achieve, or want to feel, or want to do, or want to experience today. It can be very, very different. Sometimes it's more how you want to feel. For example, I want to have a funny day today. I want to make jokes. I want to have fun. I want to, yeah, I want to have fun with the people that I'm meeting, for example. Or you will set the goal that if you know you have a certain meeting or a certain appointment, whatever, how you want to feel and how you want to go out of this. Yeah, what is your achievement you would like to have in that meeting or in that conversation, whatever it is. Yeah, it's another one. Or what you want to experience. Do you want to experience something exciting, something surprising? You can even say, I want to today experience something surprising. I want to be surprised today. And excited, surprised. Yeah, you can even be very accurate in the description. But yeah, a surprise is a surprise. So, and you could do that every day. You could tell yourself every day, I want to get completely blown away. Or yeah, you can order anything you like, and it will happen. You will see it, and then you will the thing is, you will on one hand order a menu, yeah, in this way, like manifesting something. But in the other hand, you are making yourself aware. You set your awareness senses to a higher sensitivity throughout the day, because then your system is even watching and more curious and more open to create what you just what you just wanted to create. Yeah, your system knows from you telling yourself what you want to experience or have or do, and your unconsciousness doesn't forget anything. It is always working, and it will work its way unconscious to achieve that what you just set for the day. And then you become aware, and you will then know exactly which moment it is where it fulfills. So the surprising moment, you will not know what it is. So you will go through the day, and there will be that moment where you realize, wow, this must be that surprising thing that I ordered. Wow, how cool is that? And you see what happens as well. The next thing that happens, the third thing, well, first of all, it makes you more clear of what you want and more self-secured and centered. And then you will be more aware through the day. Your senses will be more aware and focused. And the third thing that happens is joy. You get a joyful feeling when these things fulfill, and you acknowledge it. You can see it, you can experience it and say, wow, this is really, it happened. Look, I said it, it happened. How cool is that? And you will be grateful and joyful. The feeling that comes will be a joyful, good feeling. And with this good feeling, you can continue. And can you imagine if you start with little things like what I just said and increase it a little bit step by step? How crazy is that? Can you feel the potential behind this? I see all the pictures. I see all my dreams coming true by doing that. And I already just talking about it. Talking about it gives me, for example, a chill right now already. Because I know, or not I, with I mean my whole system knows about the truth of it. Because I've experienced this so many times in my past that my system remembers already that feeling of this joyful moment where you realize, wow, it happened. It's crazy fucking great. Yeah, and my joy I'm having right now, it's just from that production. And that's another important step for manifestation. This is how you manifest more and more of the beautiful, of the wonderful, of that what you would like to have in your life. This is how the process goes. Yeah, wonderful and great and worth living such a life as a human being. This is what it means to be human. This is what only humans can do. This is what humans supposed to be doing. This is what humanity is meant to be, meant to do, meant to be. Can you feel how you can connect to that? Yeah, I hope so. And if not, give me an email. My email address is in my channel description. And then we make an appointment for your free coaching session with me. And we can go deeper into it. I can help you connect to that coherence between thinking, believing, feeling, and doing. Because it's a coherence that it needs. If you think something and you don't feel it, not good. If you yeah, that's not good. And that's what you have to change. And if it is the case, don't worry. You can get there. You can get into that swirl of pulling these things to you. Yeah, the swirl that I like to use that word, swirl. You're starting a swirl that gets like in the water. Yeah, a small start, and the more you go up into the surface, the swirl gets bigger and bigger. Or you can take it with like the typhoons, or what is the name? Not typhoon. Yeah, I think it's typhoon as well. That has a small point on the bottom, and it and it gets huge on the more distance, huh? And it pulls everything in with it, huh? The energy, there is kind of a magnetic field caused from it that pulls everything with it. And that's what you need. Yeah? Start that little thing and it gets bigger by itself. Yeah. And now I wish you a wonderful time, a wonderful day, a wonderful each moment experience. And I want you to remember who you really are, with this human capability and your individualism. You are that great, wonderful lottery win in your life and in all the other lives. All the people you meet and who you are is a huge lottery win. Never ever forget that.